Okay, yep, let's get started. So, hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today for managing menstrual cramps with TCM and this webinar tonight. So, I'm Marianne, co-founder of Lexie and formerly known as Calibrate, or you can find us as Wellness on Telegram. So, here with me today is Selfmedicating Plus, Dr. Iris and physician Ang. So, tonight we'll be talking more about this topic, and this topic is actually something that I resonate with a lot, and I have very bad cramps every month. So this is something that I definitely can benefit as well along with all the ladies here. So throughout this webinar, feel free to leave any questions you have, or any kinds of comments or questions along the way. So Dr. Iris and physician Ang will answer that at the end of the session. Yeah, so I'll just dive a little bit deeper about what Lexie is about, just a quick introduction. So we are a digital wellness platform for you to find and book pain relief solutions or to help you to optimize your well-being. So currently, some of our practitioners on board are, the pain relief ones like chiro, chiropractic, physio, TCM, and sports massage. And we also do have holistic providers like nutritionists, sound therapy, and even yoga. So we believe, in mind and body as being interconnected. So that's why we do have both practices that involve both mind and body on our platform. So of course, as our mission is to simplify wellness options for everyone. Yeah. So just a quick illustration on our, what we do and what we are. So we basically, connect both practitioners and users together via our platform. So you can easily book them, in under 20 minutes on our platform. So I also wanted to share a quick story on how Lexie even started in the first place. So how it started was when, I co-founded Lexie with my co-founder, Brian, who happens to be also my brother. So back then he was working as a tech consultant from 9 to 9. And I think anyone in the call who is working in the tech industry will know that it's very long working hours, or even anyone now, because everyone is working from home and it's increasingly getting long hours. So he suffered from back pain and even numbing fingers. So that's where we realized that after that he went to seek a chiropractor as a treatment, and the chiropractor actually told him that, hey Brian, you have a body of a 40 years old even though you're 25 or 26. So that's where it really struck us, me as well, because I just bought myself a laptop stand because I was having back pain. So that was an area where both of us really resonate with in terms of trying to close the gap on practitioners' knowledge as well as consumers, to streamline the whole process to make it seamless and easy to book via our platform. Yeah, so it is really just a quick story on how Lexie even started in the first place. And yeah, of course, enough about Lexie. Today, the main star is, of course, Selfmedicating Plus. And here with me today is Dr. Iris, who is the founder of Selfmedicating Plus, as well as physician Ang, who will be the main speaker for today. So I'll leave it to Dr. Dr. Iris to actually, elaborate more about Selfmedicating Plus. Yeah, Dr. Iris, please.
Thank you, Meridian. Hello, good evening to our ladies here. I'm physician Teo. People call me Zhang Yi, okay? And I'm the founder and medical director of TCM Medical Group. Oh, I'm quite excited to meet you all here in online. And
Sorry, everyone, please mute yourself as well, just to ensure that it's smooth. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Lexie Health for this organizing of this meaningful event, and also Miss Marian and her team to really make this event happening. So hope to also this seminar, I hope to bring some light to the understanding of TCM to this new generations. After the webinar, we will have question and answers, and I will hope that you all can raise whatever questions that you all have, especially for women's health. Of course, I think you all also have other ailments. We can help. We not only focus on health of women, maybe even for your parents or your loved ones. Okay, so before I start, I would like to also share something about our history, TCM. Can I have the other slides?
Okay.
Okay, TCM we established 14 years ago. So at TCM, we practice holistic TCM, and we see patients as an very unique individuals. Everyone's treatment is customized, and we customize according to their body type and their different symptoms. And we are also going towards evidence-based lifestyle medical approach. Okay, I hope that you all can set a goal today so that you all have a very healthy body from now onwards. Okay, know something more about TCM and how to tune your lifestyle accordingly so that you all can have a very healthy lifestyle, be a healthy person. Okay, Herbert Spencer mentioned one phrase which I want to share with you. Of all the knowledge that most worth having as knowledge about your health, the first requisite of a good life is to be a healthy person. Okay, I hope that you all start from now because you are still young. You are only in your 20 or maybe 30. I don't know. I think most of us are in the very young generations. So it's good that you take care of your health from now on, okay? And I would also like to pass this on to Physician Ang. She is very passionate in TCM, and after finishing her 5-year study in NTU, double degree course, she continues her study in master degree with Beijing University of Chinese Medicine. Let's welcome Physician Ang.
Thank you, Dr. Iris and Marianne, for your introduction. So I'm Physician Ang from Selfmedicating. So as women, we face our monthly affair, our monthly agony. So definitely you guys are definitely facing issues, for example, like your menstrual cramp, your dread, your monthly menstrual cycle. So today I'm going to remove this terror that you guys have with your monthly issue with some TCM tips lah. So women, in our life, we face 3 main issues lah. So in our 20s, we face our menstrual issues. For example, you have bad menstrual cramp, or maybe you might have irregular cycles, or maybe you have pre-existing conditions, for example, like your PCOS, endometriosis. And when you reach your 30s to 40s, you'll probably be settling down, be thinking about having kids, and that is where your fertility health is a concern. When we reach our 50s and 60s, you probably want to age gracefully. You enter your menopausal age. So a show of hands, how many of y'all remember the first time y'all had your menses? Then do you remember how our mother will make for us chicken soup, will advise us not to even drink cold drinks, or even not go inside the aircon room? So why do our moms advise all this? Is to build up your qi, is to build your healthy body type, so that to build a good foundation, your uterus health, for your fertility health in the future. So we hope after you pass these 2 stages, you can proceed on to healthy aging later on. So in my practice and patient engagement, a lot of my patients come to me after they have failed their IUI or even IVF because they fail to take care of their uterus health early on in their 20s. So sometimes they might take around 3 months to even 1 year to just readjust their body type, to just get ready for a child. Okay, so today we are going to focus on your menstrual health. I'm going to give you some tips how to build the right core, your right foundation, so that eventually when you have children, when you enter your menopause, it will be more smooth for you. So what is your TCM body type? TCM body type is actually a very important concept in TCM. So let me give you an analogy. You see these different women over here, different body shape, different body size. You have pear shape, you have apple shape. You can choose different dresses to fit your different sizes. Similarly, in TCM, we have different kinds of body type. And when there's imbalance, you probably have different types of symptoms. So when we talk about TCM body type, 中医体质, your constitution, what do we mean by that? It is bound with two factors. One is inborn, which is what your parents give you. Two, your acquired factors. For example, your environment. For example, now we are all working from home. You're owning the aircon, you're exposing yourself to cold. Your diet. How many of you guys still love your bubble tea, still love your cold drinks? Some of you guys love your fried food, oily food. Sometimes your medication may also impact on your body type, your emotion, and even your lifestyle. So when your TCM body type is in an imbalanced state, sometimes you are more prone to certain illnesses. So this body type acts as a basis for us physicians to help you diagnose, to give you suitable treatment, and to prevent certain illness from happening to you. So let's get interactive over here lah. So we have the chat box over here. I will ask you guys certain symptoms, okay? So during this past month, have you ever noticed that you are lethargic, even with like sufficient rest? So if you have the following symptoms, maybe you want to put 1 in the chat box, or maybe 0 in the chat box. Okay, we have 1 over here. How many of y'all also face this issue? Okay, let's give a minute. Well, quite a lot of y'all put 1. Okay, the next symptom I'm going to ask you guys. With COVID around, do you catch the flu bug more easily than others? So given in the office setting, you are the one that is more prone to be sick. Okay, you are the one that's sneezing your nose, your whole table is all filled with tissue. Okay, how many of you all face this issue? How many of you all? You can put 1 or you can put 0. Okay, that's good. Okay, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's see. The next symptom. Do you sweat easily when there's slight increase of physical activity? So for example, climbing the stairs, or even chasing after your bus, or even chasing after your MRT. How many of you all sweat easily? Okay. How many of you all? 0. 1, 1, 1. Okay. Next. How many of you guys feel cold easily? Your hands and your feet is like icy cold kind. How many of you? Let's see. 1. Okay. I see so many of you all having these following symptoms. Why I raise out these symptoms is because if you have these symptoms, you are likely to be in a Qi deficient body type. So why is Qi deficient leading to all these symptoms? Okay, let me explain to you the function of Qi. So with 2 mechanisms, I'm going to explain to you a push mechanism and a pull mechanism. The push mechanism, we have the power source, 你们的推动作用的气. So without this power source, you might feel lethargic also. And qi is also have the 温煦作用, means it helps you to warm your body. Which is why when you are lacking your qi, sometimes you might feel colder easily. So we have the pull mechanism where it helps us to defend against flu bacteria or your viruses. Okay, which is why you catch the flu more easily when you are qi deficient. Also, there is also a 固摄作用 where it holds things in place. So for example, it holds your water metabolism in place. For example, if it doesn't hold in place, you might sweat easily. Sometimes during your menses, you might bleed more easily also. So I have some females who are in their age of 40s to 50 when they are experiencing menopause. When they are qi deficiency, sometimes they might feel a droopy sense in their uterus. So let me show you 3 common body types that I've seen in my practice. So let me ask you guys whether you have these following symptoms. So first, when you have your menses, do you have a dull red blood, or you have a light consistency bleeding, or blood clots, or even experiencing painful cramps? And plus, you might be scared of the cold also. So if you have these 2 likely symptoms, you might have what you call 阳虚体质. Your yang is in deficiency. So having this deficiency make you more prone to certain issues. So we're talking about women health, we're talking about the cold womb syndrome. So having this cold womb syndrome, right, will affect your fertility health in the future. So it can show signs, for example, you might have late cycles, okay, and low basal body temperature during luteal phase. This is what I do with my patients when they come to me, when they want to have children. I'll ask them to plot their temperature every day to see their ovulation phase also, and luteal phase. So when you have yang deficiency, their temperatures tend to be lower, and it's hard for us to even predict when you are fertile. And also when you are yang deficiency, some of your hormones, your sex hormones that's involved in your fertility health might be lower. So you can see in your blood test. So the next body type, maybe you might have darker red bleeding. Your bleeding might be a thicker consistency. In between your menstrual cycle, you might have excess vaginal discharge. Maybe it can be a form of white, it can be a form of yellow color. Sometimes your complexion might be oily. Okay? Sometimes after food, you might have cough easily, you might even have phlegm more than others. So this might be a sign that you have 痰湿体质, which is also our phlegm, dampness body type. So having this 痰湿体质, you're more susceptible to these issues. 1, PCOS. 2, in the future, if you don't take care of this body type, you might have higher BMI level. Sometimes from your blood test, you might have higher cholesterol level, which might lead to other metabolic issues in the future. So the third body type I commonly seen, okay, so your bleeding might be darker red, thicker consistency. You tend to have blood clots during your menses. Sometimes it can be like 50-cent coin, that kind of blood clot. And then your lips might be darker color. Sometimes your skin might easily bruise. Your skin is like pigmented. Sometimes you have dark eye circle that you will spam concealer, but sometimes you also can see your dark eye circle. So these people will have 血瘀体质, which is blood stasis body type. So this body type, you have certain issues. Your menstrual cramps will be quite bad. It can be a form of throbbing pain, and you might be susceptible to PCOS as well, and endometriosis. So sometimes in my practice, I will see a combination of 痰湿体质 and also 血瘀体质 also. So among these 3 body types, actually in TCM, we have total of 9 body type. Due to time constraint, I'm going to share these 3 most common body type. So the most ideal is actually your balanced body type. So what we mean by balanced body type? Your yin and yang is balanced. Your qi is enough. Your qi flows smoothly, is not stagnant. Your blood flows smoothly and doesn't have any blood stasis, don't have any blood clots. Your water metabolism is normal. It doesn't stagnant, doesn't produce dampness in your body. Why is this balanced body type is so optimal? And having to know your own body type is very good. For example, let me give you a scenario. How many of y'all face issue having hand and your feet cold? How many of you? Again, me. Okay. How many? Who else also got hand and feet cold also? Okay, another one also. Only feet cold. Okay. Okay, feet cold also. Okay, so sometimes these kind of symptoms cannot be explained by your functional blood chemistry. When you go even take your blood test, when you have your white blood cell, red blood cell, sometimes it can't really explain to you why you have certain symptoms. So when you come to us TCM, and that's where we can explain to you why you have these following symptoms, and that's where we can help you balance your body type again. So with this balanced body type, I'm going to show you from 2 case studies how we integrate TCM. So a bit on statistic. About 75% of the women are affected by your premenstrual syndrome, so your PMS. It occurs between 1 day to 2 weeks before your bleeding. So about 50 to 90% of the females are having painful menses, which is why you guys are here today with me. So why pain? Okay, you guys definitely dread every month because it's so painful. Sometimes you might even take painkillers. So let me explain the Western point of view. So sometimes you might have hormonal imbalance in our body that will cause this kind of pains also. Sometimes you might have pre-existing condition, for example, like polycystic ovarian syndrome, your endometriosis, your polyps, and your fibroids. So in the TCM point of view, we have 2 main things, 不溶则痛, 不通则痛. What does it mean? 1, you lack of your nourishment, you lack your qi, you lack your blood, or yin or yang. Or either you might have blockage. For example, your qi is stagnant, it doesn't flow smoothly. Your blood also doesn't flow smoothly. So you might ask, 洪医师, why do we have all these reasons? Okay. It is because you have bad lifestyle habits. So for example, how many of you guys still love your Mr. Coconut, still love your bubble tea, still love drinking those sweet sugary stuff? Many of you, right? And also some of you guys have other bad lifestyle habits, for example, like sleeping late also. So having these bad lifestyle habits, right, might make your body type imbalance. And what does it do to us? It will affect important organs that is important for your uterus health. So if we continue these bad lifestyle habits, what will happen to you? I will show you some cases. So first, age 20, around our age. Okay, so what is her main condition over here? Menstrual cramp. So this is her current medical condition. First, she's very prone to her stomach flu. Her rheumatism factor is elevated. She has low vitamin D level. So her menstrual cramps will radiate until the thigh area, affecting her daily activities for at least 3 days. So her bleeding exceeds more than 1 week. So currently, she used charcoal pills for her stomach flu and also painkillers, NSAIDs, for her menstrual cramps. But this doesn't help her solve the issue, which is why she came back to us. So we use this herb to target her body type by reducing her dampness, and we also improve her blood circulation, boosting her kidney, targeting her bones because she has this low vitamin D level, and the kidney and the bones are related. And we also help her to improve her Qi level. So this is a very lucky case where she managed to control her menstrual cramps within 2 months. But let me show you another unlucky case. At the ripe age of 51, 50 is where we're going to enter menopause. Those of y'all who haven't taken your dinner, maybe you might want to close your eyes because it's going to get bloody over here. So this is her uterus. So what is the issue of this? Every cycle she faced profusing bleeding that might require even transfusion. Every menstrual cramps will affect her daily activities such as she is bedridden. Okay, so this is a case from the Philippines, and the hospital advised her to remove her whole uterus to help her to improve her quality of life. And she came to us quite a very, very late stage that even TCM can't even salvage it. So when she removed her uterus, it's actually enlarged. And you can see over here, her uterus has some polyps over here. So if you think bed cramps is bad enough, no. CNY is coming up. Imagine during Chinese New Year, you are married, your in-laws and your parents are testing you to have a child, but you can't even have a child because of certain issue. Or even when you are pregnant, you are facing miscarriages. So this is a concern for physicians like us, is when you don't really take care of your menstrual health. So I'm going to show you what are the common issues that might affect your fertility health. So first, we have polycystic ovarian syndrome. So how do we diagnose it? First, based on clinical symptoms. 2, your hormonal blood test. 3, your abdominal ultrasound. So this is taken from my patient who is currently taking TCM first from me. Her right ovary over here has some black spot, which is her cyst. Okay. So what are the signs? Your periods are irregular. Sometimes it's like absent. You might have acne, excess body hair, scalp or hair loss. Sometimes you might have weight gain and obesity. This is due to the imbalance in your hormonal level. So PCOS, if you don't take care of it, you don't find it early, what are the complications? What are the risks you might have? Okay, so these are the risks. You might suffer from infertility. You might have miscarriages easily. And not only that, when you are pregnant, you might have diabetes. Sometimes you might have high blood pressure. And if you don't notice it early, sometimes it might cause internal bleeding when the cyst rupture. Sometimes this internal bleeding can even cause you like septic shock also. So how do TCM intervene? First, you come to us, you make sure we analyze your specific body type. Usually these girls who have PCOS, usually their body type is always in the phlegm dampness. So using TCM, we can target this. We can help you regulate your menses early to help you adjust your hormonal level. So about 6 to 26% of the women during their reproductive years are being affected by this syndrome. So next, this is another common issue that might affect your fertility health, endometriosis. So as endometriosis, this is your uterus over here. Your uterus lining contains some tissues that are meant to go inside here. But however, endometriosis is when these tissues go to other places, for example, your ovaries, your fallopian tube, or even outside of your uterus, or even your bladder, or even your intestine area. So the current diagnosis to even confirm it is through keyhole surgery. So if you want to wait until here, it might delay. You see? So I'm going to teach you certain signs where you can take note. For example, you might have painful or heavy periods. Sometimes you might have painful intercourse or infertile or chronic pelvic pain that is not related to your menstrual cycle. Sometimes you might have spotting before your menses. Sometimes when you go with your bowel movement or your bladder movement, sometimes you might have abdominal pain. So if you don't take notice of this early, what will happen to you? What are you at risk of? Infertility. Sometimes this cyst might be inflamed. This cyst might rupture. It might develop into ovarian cancer. Sometimes it might impact on our bladder and even your intestines. So how do TCM intervene? So usually this body type is always in the T stagnant and sometimes it's blood stasis. So we use herbs that target these two body type. We help you to improve your kidney yang, and we can use acupuncture also. About 10% of the women globally is being affected by this condition, and it amounts to 190 million. So in the beginning, I mentioned to you how these three important health issues will impact women's life from our 20s to our 50s. So in my practice, I always find a lot of patients coming to me for a lot of these existing issues. And sometimes even at the early stage of 40, some of them have early menopausal signs. So why do all this happen is because they fail to even manage their body type in the early beginning. So sometimes you might have bad lifestyle habits. For example, a lot of young women out there, we are so concerned about a healthy lifestyle. We love to gym. Doing gym, you might have excessive sweating. And this is quite bad on your qi and the yang also. Sometimes from work from home or even office, sometimes we are exposed to aircon. Sometimes our diet will also impact on our body type. And sometimes the clothes you wear will expose certain acupoints that will really impact your organs. Okay, so what can TCM do for you? TCM is backed by empirical evidence, and with current research-based medicine, we do human and animal studies, and sometimes by using TCM or acupuncture, it can increase your sex hormone to help you with your fertility health, to help you with your uterus health. So usually our herbs will target usually the kidney, the liver, and even the spleen. So acupuncture can also target important channels to improve the qi flow and the blood flow. So having said all this information, now I'm going to teach you some TCM tips to have a healthy uterus. Okay, so 3 main takeaways over here. I'm going to show you how we can incorporate good habits, your diet, and a TCM tea, and a TCM exercise for you. So many of you girls out there want to incorporate fitness into your lifestyle. Okay, so try not to overexert. Try not to have excessive sweating, for example, like your cardio, your high intensity workout. So instead of doing all this, you can do like a moderate workout. You can incorporate your strength training workout. Okay, try not to wear like crop top or even sports bra. So when you sweat, just make sure you clean off the sweat and just wear an outer layer to prevent yourself from exposing to the cold air in like the gym. Okay. For example, lifestyle habits, make sure you have sufficient rest. Try to sleep before 12, and try to regulate your mood swing and your stress because it will impact also the qi flow also. And so regarding your diet, usually I will tell my patient not to drink your cold drinks, avoid those cooling food, sugary desserts. So this is a table. So our fruits, your veggie, your meat can be all categorized from a hot to cooling section. So let me give you certain example. So for the hot section, we have, for example, like your lamb, your ginger, your cinnamon. Those are the hot kind of food. The extreme end, the cold type of food, we have like bitter gourd, we have like yogurt, we have pork, watermelon. So try to have like a balance. Try to heat from a neutral food to the hot kind of food. Okay? So working from home, in the office, nothing to do. Sometimes your uterus also needs some exercise. So I'm going to teach you certain acupoints to help you relieve your menstrual cramps also. With 4 fingers, okay? The first acupoint, TZ, is located in the inner calf area behind the shin bone. Okay, so TZ is 4 fingers below your knee. Okay, so you just press over here. Why this point? It will help you actually to relieve your cramps, which is something that I also use myself. Okay, the next point over here, 关元, is actually directly below your belly button, just 4 fingers also. Okay, it will help you to increase your yang qi also. So you just make sure that you press this acupoint for 1 minute, ensure that there's soreness. Okay, you can press this at least like 3 times a day. So those girls out there, y'all might be concerned that, oh, during your menses, cannot drink cold drinks, cannot drink your bubble tea during your menses. Okay, let me show you how you can use a TCM tea, okay? Introducing UT for your uterus. We have rose, 2 grams, cinnamon bark, okay? You have ginger, you can cut 3 slices. You can get some tang gui, huang qi, and your wolfberry. So why this tea? It contains herbs that can help you manage your cramp, and it can help you regulate your body type. Because inside got herbs that help you to nourish your qi, nourish your blood. It has herbs that warms the yang, okay? It will help you to circulate your blood and also boost your liver and your kidney. But this tea is not suitable for pregnant ladies lah. Okay, just take note. So thank you for listening to today's session. We can proceed with the Q&A lah.
Thanks, Physician Ang. So if any of you have any questions, please feel free to ask it in the question box. Maybe I could start off first. So we do have some attendees who submitted some questions. So maybe you could start to answer those, while the others, can take your time to just enter the questions. So the first question is, let me just send over.
Here.
Yeah. So this is asked by. Yeah, it's a bit long. But basically, I think what she's trying to say is that she have gone to the doctor to do an ultra scan, and they mentioned that they weren't able to find anything. So it's her cramps in the long term is quite bad for the first 2 days, unable to sleep or even wake up in the middle of the night. So what can help with alleviating cramps for this?
Okay. This kind of cramps without any issue with the ultrasound is okay, but this might be a concern, so she likely can come to us where we can figure out her body type, because every person body type is different. The type of herbs we use for every patient is very different. So maybe she might be blood deficiency, that's why she have bad cramps, or sometimes she might be qi deficiency. So I also need to see the person face to face, then we can probably diagnose will be better.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, and another question. So we have a few more. So another question is, what other methods are there to resolve money cramps other than eating painkillers?
Other methods. So for example, that's why I share you can incorporate like TCM, the tea, that's not that one. And then you can press those acupoints that I just shared with you earlier on. Okay, and also certain lifestyle habits that definitely you need to change, because the reason why this kind of cramp started is because due to our bad lifestyle habits lah. definitely everybody will like be craving for those cold drinks, lah, bubble tea,
Yeah,
everything. But
definitely.
after you accumulate long time, you will really affect your body type.
Yes.
Okay. So I also tried myself. I tried for 1 month. I avoid all my cold drinks. It really did help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. Actually, for myself as well. So I stopped drinking cold for at least 2 to 3 weeks before. So I try to
Yeah.
avoid, and it really helps me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also herbs do help lah, because I myself, I also take herbs. It's like definitely you can feel the difference after you really 调理.
Yeah, thanks for sharing.
I want to mention one thing. From 20 years old until now, I'm 50. I have not experienced any pain at all during my menses. So I'm a good example to all of you. You really can make it. Okay.
Thanks,
Don't be
Dr.
shy,
Iris,
just
for
ask
sharing.
any form of questions. We are here to be happy to help you to manage your monthly agony, okay?
Yeah, so there's another question PM'd me. So someone asked, is drinking too much tea bad? I drink English breakfast / Earl Grey regularly.
Wow. Depends whether you are putting ice inside. Okay, so you can drink, there's different kinds of tea classifications lah. Okay, some teas are cooling, some teas are hot. Like for example, green tea itself is quite cooling in nature lah, so we try to avoid it. But if you want to really drink tea, just make sure it's not ice. Okay, just make sure it's hot. Because Singapore weather a bit hot lah. I understand all my patients will come to me, oh, I drink cold because Singapore hot lah, I cannot tahan.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question also for myself. So I do have very long cycles, like up to 40 days. So what does it mean for long cycles, and what can be done for that?
Long cycles, right? Depends. If it's 40, right? Sometimes it's delayed. Do you have like painful also? Painful cramps also?
Yeah, very pain. But if I don't drink cold, it's not so bad. Yeah.
Okay, sometimes, right, the reason why we have like longer cycles is also due to like the hormonal peaks also. Sometimes you might have like a longer ovulation cycle.
I see.
Yeah, it's also everybody body threshold is different.
Okay.
Yeah, so probably you can analyze your body type with us also.
Yeah. Someone, Angel also has a question. She only has pain on the first day. The rest is okay. Is this normal? And Yem has also agreed with Angel.
Okay, usually, right?
Oh, and Charmaine as well. Yeah.
Actually, right, pain is actually abnormal. You are not supposed to have pain during your period. Yeah. So I have this patient I will share with you. But this patient come to me, her menses was delayed by 1 week lah. So after 2 weeks of medication, her menses came. And she asked me, how come my menses not pain? Then I say, huh? Then she said, last time is always pain. Then I say, not pain is normal. Pain is abnormal. Yeah.
So I'm abnormal.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have pain.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, so feel free to ask any other questions. I think towards the end, physician Ang has also shared quite a few tips along the way, so feel free to ask as well. So Yem asked, yeah. Even the numbing kind of pain, and Angel asked, should I take some medications?
Okay, the numbing kind of pain, we have to see where, which location is it. So sometimes numbing is because the blood doesn't flow well. So for example, like your hands and your legs, sometimes when you sit too long, you also numb, right? That is where your qi and blood don't really flow because you are in the position for very long. So it will also explains why you might have numb. Every person, when they experience this kind of pain, is different. Sometimes it's like throbbing, sometimes it's dull pain. Sometimes it's like numb, sometimes it radiates to your back. Yeah. There are different kinds of pain.
So we also have another question. Yeah, so Angel asked, should I take some medication? Or have you answered that already?
Yeah, you can try
Okay. And
water retention.
yeah, Chingy asked
Okay.
About what kind of treatment and herbs that can help.
Okay, the reason why water retention, right? Retention happens is because the water metabolism is not smooth. So what do I mean by water metabolism? Is regulated by your spleen organ actually. So those people who have spleen deficiency will always have this kind of water retention issues lah. So sometimes I might use certain herbs, for example, Fuling, to also help you with that. So you probably can come with us, then we can help you diagnose, then we will have suitable treatment for you lah. Face to face to 谈比较好啦。
Is the herbs something that can be bought outside also, or is it something that
Because
has to be prescribed by
sometimes right, when you go NTUC lah, cold storage, those kind in the package time, for example, like 八珍汤, those kind. So inside, they already have fixed formula. But sometimes certain people they are not suited to just 八珍汤. Yeah.
So it really depends on the person.
Yeah, it really depends on the body type. Because if you have sufficient qi and sufficient blood, right, you keep bu and everything is too neat for your body also lah. So it's best to get a proper consultation before you self-medicate. Yeah. Okay, any more other questions?
There's a question from Angel Tang.
Angel Tang.
You fatigue and feel
Fatigue
sleepy.
and feel sleepy. Okay. Fatigue and sleepy, right? There are different kinds. One. Sometimes it's the morning wake up sleepy, or probably in the day after your food is more obvious. So it might signify different things. Sometimes it might be due to the dampness that caused the fatigue, or sometimes it might be due to the qi deficiency that caused the fatigue. So I had to see the person face to face to actually really diagnose you properly.
Sometimes there's a percentage between these two, and then we might also target both symptoms together.
So actually, when I was sending out the poll, just to get an opinion on what topic to go through, some participants have also talked about skin issues when they're experiencing, hormonal acne or even oily complexion. So is there anything that can also be done that can help with that?
Okay, so first, right, acne, oily complexion is also due to dampness in the body also. Sometimes it might be due to sensitive skin. Sometimes the product that you use is not right also. Sometimes it's also due to your diet. So a lot of things play into factor when it comes to acne. Sometimes people also make use of like hormonal pills to even get through your acne phase. But hormonal pills, they also have their side effect as well.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys have any other questions?
If you want to have a good skin,
yeah,
do take more veggies, and then cook veggies, especially less salads, because salads are raw food considered cooling to the system. And those with acne, usually we find that there is a combination of heat. There is a combination of heat and also toxic in the body. That's why you need to target it and then get rid of it. Sometimes it's also, it can be caused by stagnant qi, and then those toxic just stagnant in your stomach, and that thus it comes up to the skin, surface up to the skin. Okay.
And when you have your pimples, try not to burst it also lah. sometimes it might cause scarring also, which you all may not want that. You know, you all have to put more concealer.
We have one more question by Yen. Can we do anything to reduce the outbreak?
Reduce, acne wise, right?
Should be acne. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, reduce outbreak wise, one, you can come to us to rebalance your body type also. And also your food intake as well, because most of the time when people have illness is always due to their lifestyle habits. Can't emphasize more lah. Okay, yeah, I can go back to the slide where is the hot and cold food. Okay, yeah, this is the one.
I think we can send these slides to them for this hot and cold food. They can have a good reference. Another thing that I want to mention about cold water, right now really a lot of bubble teas outside. So many people fond of it, and I think also addicted to it. So my advice is if you drink too much cold water, there is so many, I should say, side effects from that. So better not to, and slowly switch back to healthy kind of drinks. And then warm water is the best for you, because our body is actually around 36 degrees Celsius, right? So if your body is 36 or around 36.5 degrees Celsius, and the cold drinks is like 0 degree or even or maybe more, 5 degrees Celsius, and you are giving yourself a shock when you drink the ice water. It's like 0 degree to 36. This is really a big shock to your body. It's not good for your heart, not good for your lungs, and even your stomach. Then comes to the wombs. So if you want to have a healthy womb, you want to have a good monthly menses without pain, you really have to change it, okay? So that your body qi can move properly with the warm water, not with the cold water, of course, because cold water, it will actually freeze down your body, freeze down the system, okay?
Okay, I see a few questions. Any tea that delivers the same effect as coffee, it's likely you are using coffee because you want the energy booster in the beginning of the day, right? Yeah, so probably you can also try this Yu tea as well, because it has those like Huang qi, it helps to boost your qi also. So when you boost your qi, you have more vitality also to give you more energy. You can also take photo of this and try it. Okay? Coconut water, I can't emphasize, it's too cooling also. I myself, I drink Mr. Coconut. One time I had bad diarrhea.
Oh no.
No.
So we should all avoid Mr.
Green
Coconut.
tea is also cooling. No.
So even if it's warm, we shouldn't drink that as well.
Green tea is very cooling in nature lah.
Okay. We have another question as well by Chingy. I always feel tired without having coffee, but I really need to stay awake. Is there any ready-made packs that can be bought outside, or do we need to buy the individual herbs and make it ourselves?
Okay, some of these herb you can individually buy yourself, or you can just come to us, then we help you tell your body type, then you won't feel very tired easily lah.
Yeah, maybe speaking about that, Ang, would you like to share about the
Okay, I'll share about that one.
yeah, about the current session and how the ladies here can visit you guys and what to expect out of it.
Okay, so ladies, with conjunction with Lexie. Okay. So always make time for your uterus. Okay, so you just bring your bestie along, then we can help you analyze your body type. Then we can give you certain advice and tips that targets your specific body type. And you get first complimentary acupuncture for both of you. Okay? So later Marianne will show you how you can book this on their platform also.
Yeah. Thanks, Physician Ang. So I'll just quickly share.
Yeah, stop sharing
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, so this is our platform, Lexie.tech, and over here, as mentioned, we are a Digitalminus Platform, so you can search via location, specialty, and condition. So if you want to find certain Medicare TCM, you can go to TCM over here and just click on search. So we also do have a condition feature bar over here where, let's say, if you're having other kinds of pain, even back pain, ankle pain, anxiety, that works as well. You can also click on that condition to search. So let's say if you're already sure of TCM, you can just click on search, and that's where you can find other TCM. So over here, you can see some Medicare Plus, and you're able to see different pictures about them as well, reading more about what certain Medicare Plus is, as well as the practitioners on board. So there's Physician Ang over here, can read years of experience and certifications and education as well. And then, so this is the one that Physician Ang is talking about, which is the 1-for-1 gynae care TCM body constitution and women health screening. So especially for women, I think this is where you are able to bring your female friend, just come along, and then you'll be able to enjoy this 20 minutes complimentary sleep relaxation acupuncture along with the TCM body constitution. Yeah, so if you are keen on that, you can also just go ahead to book via our platform. Yeah, so just select, whatever available dates and time you're able to make it, and then you'll be able to receive an email. And then after that, once it's confirmed, you'll receive another email to show that, these are the confirmed dates, because you're able to indicate 3 available dates in Thailand. Yeah, over here as well. And yeah, that's about it on what our platform is about. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. If not, thank you so much, everyone, for coming to the webinar tonight. And thank you so much. Big shout out to Physician Ang and Dr. Iris for preparing the slides and being so comprehensive in whatever you've gone through. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Do you guys have anything to add on? No?
Okay.
Okay.
Just take care of your
Yes, you all need to.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.